Hi friends! Long time no see. Welcome back to Fatal 12. This is part 37. However, this is actually DaintyTank having edited in post. So, guess what? It's the end! It's the end! Woo! So, this has been a long journey. This was all just organic playthrough. Let me know what you think at the end. I know and had found out there's multiple endings, so let me know if you want me to play those. Beyond that, I will kick it back to old Dainty and have her continue where she left off. Bye! The glow of the morning sun wakes me up. I never would have guessed that light could sting the body this bad. Myths portray sunlight as a force that can roast humans alive. Now I understand where those ideas come from. Not that I feel any discomfort. Life and pain walk hand in hand. I have yet to experience the latter, but I truly believe that to be the case. Meow? Lethe. Well, if it isn't Leo, have you been well? Oh, haha. Those eyes, the eyes are different. Hiss. Leo hisses at me before scurrying off somewhere. Quite the odd attitude for a cat that was once rather fond of me. Well, this won't do. I shall take a moment to calm down. I have become Shizuma Rinka. I am present in her home. Thus, the cat cannot be Leo. Oh my goodness, had she read the rest of that diary? Caution will be key. School seems to be on an itinerary for today. Well, everything should work out once I've made my way there. A uniform is required at her school, as I recall. Relying on faint memories, I attempt to locate my own. Other preparations are required before leaving, but those seem to come naturally. I suppose those can be explained away by habits. Take a look at my own self, my new self in the mirror. Shizuma Rinka's eyes were once blazing rubies, but now my lovely amethyst eyes have taken their place. Fancy as they may be, I doubt many people will take notice. Well, all will work out just fine. These are my real eyes after all. Whoo! What's with your eyes? Did you start wearing color lenses? Thank you, Naomi. Oh, bother. Who would have thought that my eyes would so quickly become the primary topic of conversation? This calls for but one course of action. I shall play the fool. Oh, is something strange about them? No, but there's bigger issues than your eyes. When did you start to sound so elegant? It's not like you. Wait, I'm not mistaking someone else for you, am I? This simply won't do. My life as Shizuma Rinka has only just begun. The adorable girl panicking before me is Hitsuki Naomi, my junior 1 year below me, and someone with whom I seem to have a very good relationship. Perhaps it would be best to imitate the style of speech she's accustomed to. Let's see, Shizuma Rinka spoke like this, as I recall. What's up, Naomi? You're acting kinda weird. I guess it is you after all, but I feel like I'm getting more and more confused. Actually, do you mind if I ask why you've come to school on a holiday? My adaptation seems to have worked. She seems to have given up on trying to make sense of things. But as for her current question, I was rather forceful in my means, so I'm not quite used to accessing Rinka's memories yet. After a pause, I finally find a somewhat useful excuse. I forgot. Well, That's very you. We finished our finals last week, so we have until Thursday off. Whatever why are you here then? I'm returning a book to the library. I was thinking about checking out another one while I'm here too. Mind if I join? Might as well, since I'm here. Really? It's weird for you to visit the library. Once in a while is fine. Getting the hang of how to talk like her. Displaying around 1/3 of my emotion seems to do the trick. That's a little stab at her there. Rinka is not one for books, judging by Naomi's reaction. Quite unlike my actual self, I'm taking some effort to conceal my glee. What sorts of books await me within, I wonder? Oh. The library is a facility within the school where students can borrow all manner of literature, it would seem. The word itself implies as much. The librarian is present despite it being a holiday too. What an admirable sort. Naomi returns her book first and then sets off to find a new one. Half an hour later, we seat ourselves at one of the public tables. You sure took your time picking one out. Naomi sounds vaguely surprised. Alas, my grasp on the concept of time requires further polish. In Shakespeare? I didn't think you liked his work. He's okay. I once disliked his works, but they speak to me more now. My current interests may be suspect, but all I can do is make them seem like a natural growth. Keeping one's desires at bay is detrimental to both body and soul. We spent time making small talk, note following that. The concept of small talk befuddled me before now, but engaging in it with Naomi has proven quite the fruitful experience. As we do, all we do is discuss minor trivialities from our lives and the like. Now I understand how most people interact. I must say though, being able to enjoy the situation, the conversation, without it being at the expense of others is lovely. Naomi attempts to address me, her expression ever so meek. Meek is a rather funny word, isn't it? Perhaps I should try my hand at such an expression. Meek goddess. Quite the juxtaposition. Well, former goddess. It's about time that we go to the theme park, isn't it? Not that I imply that I've forgotten about Maharu, but it's just that Mal seems so sad. She hasn't been able to suggest it herself either, so we planned on going in the first place, so let's just go. We could cry our hearts out together and remind ourselves that we still have each other. I have no intention of becoming Maharu's replacement. I just want to see you two cheer up, even if only a little. What a lovely girl she is. She must have been quite fond of numeral too. Ah, my mistake. I should refrain from referring to her as such in my current state. Maharu took her own life on May 3rd in this world. Over 2 months have passed, and yet their grief has not. Of course, I would never make such an observation aloud. I happen to know precisely how Shizumi Rinka would respond to this. Yeah, you're right. Sorry for putting you through this, but thanks. I'll talk to Mal about it. Alright. Her eyes twinkling with joy. She was able to overcome her own grief quicker than the other two due to knowing Maharu less, I presume. Forcing those who suffer from grief outdoors is an important skill in its own right, I must say. This is a phrase my grandmother apparently would say often. Having checked out a book, I finally return home. It seems that my eyes will prove to be no issue so long as I act as though all is normal. The issue comes from within. Quite a nice saying. I'm doing rather well, if I do say so myself. Whoa. Once I mind decided to change into my pajama attire, there are somewhat revealing yet so very cute. So, they are somewhat revealing yet so very comfortable. I leave the book borrowed from the library on my desk. There's quite a lot on this desk, really. By no fault of my own, I must add. Stuffed animal, a letter with nothing written on it, and a key? No, keychain. Goodness, that hurts. I am insulted by a sudden headache. My surprise at the pain causing me to revert to my natural speech. I must take care that this doesn't happen in public. I feel myself wanting to not look at these for reasons I cannot quite understand. Were they important to me? Perhaps? I try to recall, but it feels as though the memories remain off limits. Oh, then, making my way downstairs. Making my way downstairs to read this book seems like a novel idea. It is a cafe, from what I recall. A rather fine location for some reading. Goodness me, how bitter. Oops. I revert to my normal speech pattern again. I place the blame. Is this still same day? It is, okay. Squarely on this wretched coffee. Cafes should be all about tea, and yet there is nary a drop in sight. Not but coffee as far as I can see. I attempt to make some myself, but the taste is just too much for me. Running this store also seems to be part of my daily life. The fact that it leaves me both anxious and excited. Stores remain closed for some time now, so cleanup is necessary. As such, I take about time to wash dishes, cutlery, and the like. All this I can do out of habit. I seem to have been quite the hard worker. Now then, time to check for anything missing. Isn't this? Notice an unopened box while checking the cupboards. A rather heavy one at that. I assume that more cutlery is contained within. Far be it from me not to use the new goods. Thinking that, I open it up. A sharp pain stabs through my temples once more, far worse than the previous episode. Another headache, I presume. Odd, considering that I specifically not one to suffer from them often. Perhaps I'm simply not used to this body, leading to the premature exhaustion. I should finish with haste and sleep early tonight. I have a long life ahead of me. It would be a shame to overexert myself at this stage. 2 mugs are within the box. I take them out to inspect them. Both have mascots printed on them, although they don't seem to be made for children. I'm willing to assume they're not for use within the store. Upon closer inspection, I notice 2 names inscribed on them. Rinka, that's me. The other says Maharu, Mishima. A pair of mugs. For good friends, I assume. Curious as I am, I'd much rather avoid another headache today. I can attempt to recall at a later date. Give it back. I hear a voice addressing me. Well, it's time. I've been trying to ignore, but perhaps I should give it some attention now. I'm counting it's coming from none other than myself, after all. No can do, my dear. All that you were now belongs to me. The pain caused by my head worsens, leading me to collapse. Oh, my goodness. I was able to keep our promise. What promise might that be? About there being sides to myself and Maharu that only we know about. It's only a matter of time, I'm afraid. The memories you want to keep from me will unveil themselves the moment I grow accustomed to your body. Sorry, but they won't. It's my body. So it's about time you give it back. Quite the slow one, aren't you? My consciousness has already overridden yours and by this stage. Funny how you can say that despite me being able to talk to you right now. Even more hilarious is that you're the one who gave me a hint in the first place. You said something about my birth and fate being twisted, right? If I was born with a power similar to yours, then I should be able to copy what you did to me. That, no, not such a feat will prove impossible. I used the energy gathered within the Court of Fate to implant my consciousness over your own, energy that you lack. Trust me, you're in for a surprise. I know what's going on with my own body more than you ever will. Cease this at once. Should your consciousness remain intact, then it will be in a state similar to when I was housed in a vessel. You should count yourself blessed to have avoided complete erasure by my part. I'm sure you'd understand the possible outcome of trying to reimplant yourself. Don't worry, I won't fail. That energy you used was never yours in the first place. Are you implying that it having come from each participant's feelings makes it special somehow? Energy lacks free will, my dear. Surely you've never attempted to hold a conversation with electricity. You never know until you try. Get it, Rinka? Failure will result in your complete erasure. You won't even be able to appear within the dream world. A clever individual will be satisfied with what they have. You may observe the world from within me. Besides, I'm having ever so much fun. I can't afford to give that up now. Shut up! That body's mine. I'm going to give it back. Very well then, allow me to obliterate every last trace of you tonight. Whoo! Are we gonna... Oh my god. There's so much. The results of our finals served as the last chapter of my first semester as a second-year student at Amicia. Malcolm's ever to bother me while I'm taking a peek at them. Yo, how'd it go? Managed to get over 60 for every subject. All that studying paid off. Good for you. Share my results with pride, but Mao looks away from me. Makes it obvious I managed to outdo her this time. I used this window of opportunity to snatch her report card from her. Only be shocked by what I see. Well, I mean, I'd hate to rain on your parade after you studied so hard. She managed to score about 10% higher than me on every subject. She said she didn't want to rain on my parade, but I know that's not the case. She just wanted to take me by surprise. The proof is in the pudding. The pudding being her grin in this case. Anyway, let's forget about exams. What do you want to do for summer holiday? Naren's going on vacation with her family around the end of August, so she's gonna start going to cram school too. Youngsters these days sure work hard. We already agreed to go to Stardust Kingdom next Friday. We have nothing else planned though. None of us are in any clubs, so there's little reason for us to come to school during summer. Naomi will probably drop by the library every now and then, but I have no intention of joining her. I tried to read that Shakespeare book that's sitting at home, but it's pretty boring. I'll probably see Mao a lot, but I'd rather all three of us be together if we're doing something special. There's one other thing though. Something we have to do, no matter what. Something I promised back then. With her. We need to go see the fireworks display, just like we had promised. With Maharu. Hold on, is this Rinka? Because she's got the red eye. I've been reading it as Parsa, but am I wrong? Huh? Did we plan on doing that? Kind of foggy on details anymore. We did. Don't worry. I'm sure now Naomi remembers. Oh, really? Okay. Guess we did then. Today will be the first time in a while that we've all gotten together at Lionhouse. Still not sure which parts of my memory are correct in relation to the current world. But the thing is, I don't really care. Not now that Maharu's gone. I'd rather look to the future than think about the past. Ooh! Huh. I kept the store open until the evening, and after that, spent some time relaxing. I think back to that night. I spoke to Parsa following the 11th election. I'm sure my existence was on the brink of fading away. So this is Rinka. But I was able to re-establish dominance thanks to Maharu. What? Our knowledge of sides to us that no one else knew helped me keep control of myself. That's the only reason I can think now. That's the only reason I can think of. Parsa may know more than I do. But it's also possible that she doesn't exist within me at all anymore. What? I am, and forever will be, Shisama Rinka. Right. Time to sleep. What? Did you actually win over? It's the time of year when I start to get sick of how warm it is. Meow. Lethe. Oh, Leo. Lethe plods in as I dive into bed. It jumps up and curls up beside me. Tonight would have been the night of the final election. I never did find out what would happen if Maharu and I had elected one another. I couldn't bring myself to finish the diary either. Not that I'd be able to decipher the English in it now that my card book disappeared along with the Court of Fate. Naomi lost most of her memories regarding Divine Selection too, so I doubt she'll be able to take much pleasure in Actually, this is Naomi. She'd probably love to read it, even now. It might just be the only one left who knows about Divine Selection. That's fine. No one else needs to know. My knowledge alone should be enough to support someone. Mainly myself. Am I crying? Nah, I can't do that. I've long since exhausted my supply of tears. Oh, what? Huh? What is going on? I think I am dreaming for a moment, but then it turns out that I'm just in the dream world, where a voice I've become ever so familiar with speaks out to me. Wow, I gotta say, I never expected a mortal to set foot in our domain through their own power, even if for just a moment. You aren't the first, admittedly, but the last it happened was under extremely special circumstances, not to discredit your effort, of course. You erased all traces of Parsa while proceeding through the end of Divine Selection. What? You literally just, obliterated Parsa through your sheer will? Wow. If that isn't an accomplishment, then I don't know what is. Pardon me. Erased isn't quite the correct term. I'm sure you understand the meaning behind that little clarification. Now then, perhaps it would be best for me to explain things to you. Yes, please. I don't need him to. Why? What? I don't care about the past anymore. My eyes are set solely on my future. He seems to understand what I'm feeling, which explains his sudden smile. This will be the last time we ever meet, so I was hoping we could talk for a bit longer. That aside, allow me to pose a question. Are you aware of what remains within you? What? Saving! Okay, last we found, we were literally, being disintegrated, essentially, within Parsa as she gained full control of everything about the vessel. Ooh. You need to know. Are you aware of what remains within you? You're not. You didn't get to finish anything. I'm not. Perhaps that's a bit much, even for you. Oh, I mean no offense. As I said, the fact that you're able to make it this far is an achievement in and of itself. You see, the goddess's power itself lies dormant within you. I believe Parsa referred to it, the energy, as fragments of people's feelings, but make no mistake, it's an energy far beyond human understanding. It's fortunate that everything came to a close during the 11th election. The miracle that is about to unfold would never have occurred had you reached your final destination. You currently have the ability to alter fate, albeit only once. This doesn't surprise me. Why? How? What? How do you gain all this information, Rinka? It's something that I had already anticipated. How? It's felt like something irregular has been inside me for the past week. It's the same feeling as when Parsa forced herself into my body. There's one condition, however. You know the counterforce that exists to restore order to fate. It will activate after your alteration. And that's where I come in. I have the power to make the world forget about this, and am more than willing to do so once for your sake. I really wish he wouldn't be so roundabout when explaining things. There's no way I'm going to understand any of this, so I wish he'd just be blunt. You've gotten pretty harsh, haven't you? Perhaps a result of having to overcome the long and arduous trial known as divine selection. Yeah, I mean, this many episodes kind of drains on you, yes. You have two choices available to you. The first is to create a world where all participants are still alive, rendering the primary juncture of causality obsolete. All memories of divine selection will be erased as a result, your own included. The world would attempt to revert itself back to its current state, were you to remember. The second is to do nothing, except that you have this power available to you, but make no use of it. You may be able to attune yourself to the dreams of other for a while. Eventually, however, your body will grow accustomed to the power that sleeps within you, leading you to forget about it in its entirety. I, myself, will have forgotten about you by that time. You may not be as smart as a monkey, but your ability to remember things far outclasses mine. Huh. I don't bother to ask how he knows about a conversation I once had with Mao. Either way, this makes things much easier to comprehend. I just have to make a choice. As for me... Ah! We're saving. Okay, the thing we just got given is, hey, you have absolute power, and we could undead all the people who are dead, including your girlfriend. But you'd forget about the last 2 months worth of shit. Or you do nothing and everybody remains unalive. I'd rather choose to alter fate. So that's what we're doing. That is our choice. I'll do it. I'll make it so that way none of this ever happened. By my own hand. Well said. In that case, all you must do is to make a wish. I do, as he says. Being alive is all that matters. Even if it means both me and Maharu will forget about those sides of each other we came to know. Yeah, but you could learn! Even if it means forgetting all about the other participants. Even if it means forgetting about Naomi's conviction to shoulder my burden with me. Even if it means forgetting about how I fell in love with Maharu. Even if it means forgetting about the time I spent with everyone. That's fine. Farewell, Rinka. I I pray that you find happiness in your future. Good things are bound to happen so long as we're alive. Oh my goodness. What? Did we hit an ending? Oh my god. What? What? Ah! Ah! Oh my god. Oh god. I'm so frustrated. I am so frustrated. Is there anything at the end of this? I am... Oh my god. Okay. Clicking through. Please have an ending. Please have an actual ending. The Monday. There we go. It takes me a while to drag myself out of bed upon waking up. I feel so drowsy today. Let a groan slip out when I take a big stretch. Today's first day of summer vacation. It's also Marine Day, public holiday. Nothing special has happened up till now. It leads me to hope that maybe something will during summer. I go through my usual morning routine while daydreaming about such a possibility. You can't change reality with wishes, though. Part of me knows that I'll just spend time with my friends doing the same things as usual. I'm not quite sure why I've chosen to come here today. I feel like going for a walk, and before I know it, here I am. At Shinjuku National Park. I've been here with my gran plenty of times, so it's kind of a special place to me. View of the clock tower from here is great too. Female tourist. Oh! Excuse me. I'm looking for a hotel to stay at. The woman approaches me while I'm walking around. She seems like a tourist. It's actually pretty common to run into foreigners here. You may want to walk out of the park first if you're looking for a hotel. Wait, this is a park? When did I even get here? Bit of a weird thing to say when you need to pay to get in, but stand with her while she whips out her phone. Beside her is a pleasant looking man. I can only assume it's her boyfriend based on how comfortable he seems to be with her. Or maybe he's her husband? Oh well, guess we'll take a walk around here first. Let's go, Bill! Thanks for the help. So Bill was the husband and not Alan, which makes sense. Seeing that, they skip away. Okay. Frolic. But that means everybody's back, which means Maharu's back. She seems like the kind of person... Oh my god, that means Odette's back. And Yu's back. God. Seems like the kind of person who just went with the flow, so it made sense that she'd randomly wander in here. The man with her was smiling about it, though, so must be a healthy relationship. Oh, good for them. Wait a minute. How did I talk to her just now? She was speaking English, language I'm hardly fluent in. Things only get stranger from there. Now this is a lovely place. Man with family. Over here, a man in a suit. Row! He starts speaking to his family after that, but in Chinese. I can't understand a thing they're saying. That was an interesting duo. After some more walking, they seem pretty spirited, to say the least. Hey, mind explaining why we're wasting time in a place like this? Oh, that, yeah! Huh? No reason, dumbass. We're gonna be spending a fair bit of time in this country, aren't we? Might as well enjoy the culture while we're stuck. Guess we ain't got a choice since your boat's sunk. I ain't complaining though, can't see any of them chasing me all the way out here. But damn, the Italian wine they sell here is way too expensive. You probably want to get to a crappy bar then. Let me take you to a real nice dive later. And thanks, you can foot the bill. Like hell. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, creep. Ugh. I get that he was trying to live. Now here's a photogenic pair. Mind if I snap a picture? Hey, you might want to wait for an answer first. Don't worry, I'm not posting any of these online. They're all pretty tall people, but you can mistake them for high school kids with the way they're acting. Yeah, no, they're grown-ass adults, and they're all very terrifying. It's funny, they've just met, but I get the feeling they've known each other for years. Alan. I'd appreciate it if people weren't so noisy in a place like this. Dark-skinned young man complains about them from not too far away. Amrita keeps going on about wanting to study here. Perhaps I should change her mind personally, if this is the sort of country it is. Oh, woman carrying baby! Oh, Kikyo! Japan's quite the lovely place. Okay. Oh, that's an awkward conversation between those two. So, my baby's 3 months old now. And you're telling me why? You seem awfully stressed, so it's just my way of helping you relax. No one wants to spend a holiday feeling like that, right, Haruki? Here on business, actually. I could say your concern isn't warranted, but perhaps it would be wise to let myself relax while here. Today's full of conversations between randoms. As it seems, I doubt someone's going to pop up and explain the reason why to me. Mysterious girl. Oh my god, good. They're actually friends still. Oh my god, I was worried about that. You're down in the dumps today, aren't you? I made out pretty well today, so let's get some ice cream. Oh, okay. An old man and his granddaughter pass by. The girl has a golden key attached to her backpack. Next, they hear the energetic voice of another girl. She seems to have overheard the conversation that just took place. Ah, Sonia! Father, I want to eat ice cream as well. She's walking along with her parents while carrying a stuffed animal. Pazir! They seem like a wealthy family, but more importantly, a happy one. Oh, best timeline. Say hello to the nice lady over there, Pazir. She makes her teddy bear bow at me. I don't deal with stuff like this very well out of the blue, so I just bow back. Thank you, teddy bear. I don't know if that's appropriate response, but she's already run off to catch up with her family at the ice cream stall. Today's quite a lovely day in the park. It kind of feels like I've fallen into Wonderland, but whatever. Who cares? Rinka. Just about to head home, I notice a familiar figure. I sneak over toward her before planting myself down right next to her. Oh! You're not as stealthy as you think, Rinka. I know. What brings you here? I wanted to see you. Oh, same as always then. I lean in close to her. She's pretty tall, so I end up resting my head against her arm. Rinka. Feel exhausted for some reason. Maharu's face lights up a bit, but she eventually leans in toward me as well. There's nothing special about today. We're just living out our normal lives. It's our one and only shot at life. Oh! Black cat sits with its back toward the sunset. Meow. With a meow, it resumes yet another of its leisurely strolls. Like a dream world. Does that mean there's multiple endings going through? I mean, that makes sense. There's so many decision points here. Ooh! Whoa! Okay. Okay. With that, we're gonna leave that here. We got an ending! Oh my god, we got an ending. I'm gonna go through and find the other endings. Let me know your thoughts below. I'd love to know what you think about all of the series. Thank you for watching through all of this. Subscribe. Come see me with doing more things. Fatal 12 was fun and long. Let me know your thoughts on the formats. As well as just subscribe so you come hang out more. I really appreciate it. I love your support. I love your time that you invest into this relationship. It matters so much. Thank you all. I'll see you. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.